None of you understand. I'm not locked up in here with you. You're locked up in here with me!
John left Earth of Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
The world of Watchmen Chapter 2 has reignited excitement among fans, bringing audiences back into a dark, complex, and morally intricate universe where heroes and anti-heroes navigate a landscape filled with political tension, personal conflict, and ethical ambiguity. From the very first glimpses of the story, viewers are drawn into a narrative that challenges conventional ideas of heroism, justice, and accountability. The renewed interest in this sequel is fueled by its promise to deepen character arcs, explore unresolved storylines, and introduce new threats that force characters to confront both external dangers and their own inner demons. Fans are eagerly discussing the dynamics between returning characters, the continuation of previous mysteries, and the impact of events from the first chapter, which sets the stage for a gripping continuation that blends intense action with psychological and moral depth. At the heart of Watchmen Chapter 2 is the exploration of characters who exist in shades of gray, each wrestling with conflicting loyalties, personal trauma, and the pressures of a world that demands more than simple heroism. The sequel dives deeper into their motivations, revealing vulnerabilities that humanize these larger-than-life figures, while maintaining the tension and complexity that define the Watchmen universe. Audiences are particularly captivated by the protagonist's journey as he navigates the intricate web of past betrayals, current responsibilities, and looming threats. This nuanced portrayal keeps fans invested in the narrative, eager to see how each decision will ripple across both personal relationships and global stakes, and underscores the series' reputation for storytelling that refuses to settle for simple answers. The plot of the movie promises to expand the geopolitical and social landscape established in the first installment, introducing new challenges that test the limits of the characters' abilities, morality, and resilience. Fans have been analyzing every teaser and hint, speculating about the return of familiar adversaries and the emergence of new factions with agendas that threaten the fragile balance of power. The tension between public perception and private reality remains central as characters struggle to reconcile their identities as vigilantes or heroes with the consequences of their actions on a society that scrutinizes them relentlessly. This duality continues to be a compelling aspect of the story, providing depth and tension that sets Watchmen apart from more conventional superhero narratives. The sequel's visual storytelling has also been a significant focus of fan discussion. Expectantly, the filmmakers have maintained the series' signature blend of stark realism and stylized imagery, using shadow, lighting, and composition to enhance the atmosphere and emotional impact. Every frame is crafted to reflect the moral and psychological landscape of the characters, drawing audiences into a world that feels both grounded and heightened, where danger, intrigue, and revelation can emerge from the most unexpected moments. The attention to detail in set design, costume, and cinematography reinforces the narrative's tone, creating a visceral experience that complements the story's thematic depth. Returning characters are receiving renewed attention as fans anticipate their development in the sequel. Each figure carries the weight of previous conflicts and unresolved storylines, which are expected to influence their actions and decisions throughout Chapter 2. The dynamics between characters are complex, marked by tension, loyalty, distrust, and the occasional alliance of convenience. Audiences are eager to see how these relationships evolve under pressure, and discussions have focused on the moral and emotional stakes at play, including personal redemption, revenge, and the pursuit of justice in a world that offers no easy answers. The interactions between these characters continue to drive the narrative, providing both emotional resonance and narrative propulsion. The introduction of new characters adds another layer of intrigue and excitement, as fresh faces bring unpredictable motives, skills, and moral perspectives into the existing ensemble. Fans are speculating about the ways these newcomers will challenge the established order, disrupt alliances, and force long-standing characters to confront aspects of themselves that they have previously avoided. The narrative potential of these Interactions heightens anticipation, promising moments of tension, conflict, and revelation that could reshape the trajectory of the story. These additions ensure that Watchmen Chapter 2 is not merely a continuation, but an expansion that deepens the complexity and stakes of the universe. One of the defining elements of the Watchmen universe, the exploration of moral ambiguity, is central to the sequel. Chapter 2 continues to examine the consequences of actions, the nature of justice, and the ethical dilemmas faced by those who take the law into their own hands. Fans are drawn to how the film challenges traditional notions of heroism, asking difficult questions about accountability, intention, and the limits of personal power. Every confrontation, choice, and revelation is designed to provoke thought and discussion, making the story as intellectually engaging as it is visually and emotionally compelling. This moral complexity remains a hallmark of the series, ensuring that viewers are not merely passive observers, but active participants in interpreting and questioning the narrative. The story's tension is amplified by political and societal stakes that permeate every plotline. Chapter 2 explores how characters operate within systems of power, public scrutiny, and ideological conflict, adding layers of realism and relevance to the fictional world. Fans have been discussing how the narrative reflects larger themes of governance, surveillance, and societal responsibility, noting that these elements make the stakes feel urgent and impactful. The interplay between personal ambition and collective consequences ensures that the film remains grounded in believable tension, even as it incorporates fantastical elements, superhuman abilities, and heightened dramatic scenarios, action sequences. In Watchmen Chapter 2 are expected to be meticulously choreographed, combining visceral combat, strategic encounters, and high-stakes confrontations that reveal character, strength, and vulnerability. Fans are particularly excited about how the sequences will blend realistic physics with the signature, stylistic flair of the series, emphasizing both the intensity of conflict and the consequences of violence. Each fight, chase, or tactical maneuver is designed to advance the plot, deepen character development, and heighten suspense, ensuring that viewers remain engaged on both an emotional and sensory level. The combination of physicality, strategy, and narrative weight makes the action integral to the story rather than merely spectacle. Character backstories are explored with greater depth, providing context for their motivations, fears, and alliances. Chapter 2 delves into past traumas, formative experiences, and pivotal choices that continue to influence the present, enriching the narrative and deepening emotional engagement. Fans have been analyzing trailers and promotional material to identify hints about these revelations, noting how the series' layered storytelling rewards careful attention and thoughtful interpretation. By intertwining past and present, the movie ensures that viewers gain a more comprehensive understanding of each character's psyche, moral framework, and capacity for change. The emotional stakes are heightened by the exploration of loyalty, betrayal, and trust. Relationships are tested as characters confront conflicting obligations and hidden agendas, forcing difficult decisions that have far-reaching consequences. Fans are particularly drawn to how the story portrays the cost of maintaining integrity and the impact of choices on both personal and societal levels. The tension between self-interest and responsibility forms a central theme, providing opportunities for moments of introspection, confrontation, and dramatic revelation that anchor the narrative's emotional core. The sequel also expands on the themes of identity and legacy, exploring how characters define themselves in relation to their past, actions, societal roles, and moral choices. Fans have been intrigued by how Chapter 2 examines the lasting impact of heroism and vigilantism, raising questions about the sustainability of power, reputation, and ethical leadership. The narrative emphasizes that actions are never isolated, and that the consequences of decisions reverberate across time, influencing both personal relationships and broader societal structures. This thematic richness enhances the story's relevance, inviting reflection and discussion among viewers. Narrative pacing in Watchmen Chapter 2 maintains a balance between high-intensity sequences and contemplative, character-driven moments. Fans appreciate how the film alternates between action, dialogue, and psychological exploration, ensuring that the story remains compelling while providing space for reflection and emotional resonance. This balance is crucial to the series' enduring appeal, allowing audiences to engage with complex moral questions, while remaining invested in the suspense and drama of unfolding events. The film's soundscape further enhances the storytelling, with score, sound effects, and ambient audio designed to reinforce tension, mood, and thematic resonance. Fans note that auditory elements amplify the emotional impact of key scenes, complementing visuals and dialogue to create a fully immersive cinematic experience. The careful integration of sound and narrative ensures that every moment contributes to the overall storytelling, whether through heightened suspense,